Convertido ya en toda una figura dentro del panorama cinematográfico mundial, Lars von Trier demuestra una vez más su eclecticismo en su siguiente película, Los Idiotas. La película no viene sola. Junto a Thomas Vinterberg, elabora un manifiesto, conocido como Dogma 95, en el que pone las bases de un nuevo cine, alejado de efectismos, que persigue una vuelta a la esencia de la cinematografía. Los dos realizadores elaboran un decálogo de normas muy peculiares que deben seguirse al pie de la letra. Se debe filmar siempre en color, con la cámara al hombro. Y no se pueden usar platós, ni focos, ni trucajes cinematográficos, ni música. Una lista tan restrictiva que parece augurar un futuro difícil al nuevo subgénero, que sin embargo, tras Celebración de Vinterberg y Los Idiotas de von Trier, se expande por todo el mundo con gran éxito. Los Idiotas es un experimento dentro y fuera de la pantalla, ya que en sus imágenes narra la experiencia de un grupo de individuos que deciden vivir la vida como si fueran deficientes mentales, alejándose de convencionalismos sociales. La película se exhibe sin el nombre de von Trier en los créditos, ya que otra de las normas del decálogo impide que el director firme su obra. Sin embargo, esta búsqueda de anonimato resulta baldía. Los exhibidores se encargaron de airear el nombre del director buscando una mayor repercusión mediática. De igual manera, coartaron la libertad creativa del realizador al exigirle que cortara unas escenas sexuales muy explícitas, que von Trier se limitó a cubrir con unas barras negras. A pesar del éxito del film y del propio movimiento, von Trier parece poner especial empeño en romper el decálogo Dogma en su siguiente película, Bailar en la oscuridad. Film musical rodado en alta definición en el que el director danés se permite el lujo de usar más de 100 cámaras en algunos planos.
The idea was to set down a set of rules for filming. I would say that any good director has some rules, but he just do not write them down. If you have some limitations when you work, like these rules or like other things, then you are forced kind of to use your imagination. These rules could be any rules, right? The whole idea is that there are some rules. And we put down these 10, and they are 10. That's not so good. Should have been 9 or 5 or something. It could have been different, but the idea was to say, these are the rules, let's work from them. Then we can make some others, or we can work without rules, but let's try that. We were doing an effort to see what was happening if you follow some rules. The Dogma rules are very much made for me, in the sense that, but that is maybe more personal, but we talked about this, having control or giving away control. And all these rules are designed for me to give away control. Part of the idea of the Dogma thing was, of course, to get down to this basic feeling of film. It's provocative in the sense that you have this idea of, especially in Europe, of being an artist as being completely free. And that this is part of being an artist, is being completely free. And that is what the whole idea of Dogma is arguing. It's been very important to me how the colors of a film look. And then, of course, it's a great relief to have a rule saying it's color film, you can't do anything about it. So they're designed for me, if you see all the rules, they're kind of more or less designed for me not to do what I thought I've been doing for a long time. Orders to myself, like in hypnotism, don't use artificial light. No, I won't. With the Dogma rules, that is what you do. You give away control. But then again, if you can't control it all, what's the point? After making Breaking the Waves, everybody wants to see Breaking the Waves 2 done as the next film. But that is, I can't do that, and I don't want to do that, because because I want to go on. And that's why it's important for me to make a film like The Idiots now. And then, if people don't like it, I couldn't care less. I've been in therapy, I don't know how long.
I manifestet er der en regel, der forbyder genrefilm. Men du har bevæget dig direkte fra Idioterne til Dancer in the Dark, som er en musical. Har du et tvetydigt forhold til genrefilm, og hvad er der i vejen med genrefilm?
Well, many of these dogma rules are actually rules that I have written for myself, and I am a man who likes the genre movies very much, and typically I would do some, or anyway my way of doing them. So this was a way to get around it, but I'm not sure we have succeeded. But I like the genres. Yes, absolutely. They are the ancestors.
Den teknologiske udvikling, som du talte om før, følger der en demokratisering, som bliver nævnt i manifestet. På den anden side optræder der ord i manifestet som dogme og militær og avantgarde og disciplin og uniform. Bliver demokratiseringen modsvaret af fascistiske elementer, om man så må sige.
Well, manifestos are something I write. It's not something I read, so I must say it's some time ago. I'm not really familiar with the text.
Vil du fortælle, hvilke kræfter I er oppe imod?
Yeah, well, the powers we are against is, of course, well, the American film tradition mostly, and also this enormous, what shall we say, technological press.
Spørgsmålet går ud på, hvilken betydning har italiensk film for dig i din personlige filmiske kultur? Og i forhold til manifestet, er der nogle punkter, der er inspireret af italiensk film?
Well, of course, this whole dogma thing is, of course, inspired by the neorealism, as anybody can see, and the new French wave that came from that also.
Hvorfor foretrækker du digitale optagelser frem for 35 mm optagelse?
Well, what I learned from this dogma experience was to use video, which in my opinion is not according to the rules. But at that time I was voted against by the other brothers. The fantastic thing about video is that you can make shots of 1 hour, you know, scenes of 1 hour. And this technique I have used quite a lot to shoot a scene, yeah, for 1 hour that would in the film be 2 minutes.
Spørgsmålet går ud på, om dogme var tænkt som en form for mærke, som skulle gøre dogmefilmene genkendelige, når man læste om dem.
I remember calling Thomas Vinterberg and saying, would you start a new way with me? And he said yes. But I must also say that since it has been a success, I don't know, but something that has been talked about quite a lot, you feel a little humble. It's easier to be, you know, provocative. You don't know that people will follow you, you know.
Spørgsmålet er, om du efterhånden fortryder at have skrevet dogme.
I see the whole dogma thing as being some kind of little pill, little Valium, that you can take if you have lost the joy or the motivation for producing films. I must say the thing about Dogma that I'm most proud of is that now there are people in, what shall we say, less fortunate countries that suddenly believe that they can make films. This is a big thing for me.
Vil du slutte af med at fortælle om dogmas fremtid og eventuelt om, hvad der er blevet udvalgt af nye dogmeinstruktører og hvordan den udvalgelse foregår?
Well, about the future, I have no idea. But I can say that we have changed the procedure. We started off by letting these 4 Danish Dogma brothers decide if what we saw was a Dogma film or not. And now we have changed it to let the director of the film be the judge of if the rules are followed. So we are not priests anymore, and that feels damn good.